welcome everybody. We have with us our next student of the month, Libby Klein. Libby, we are in December going into the end of the second quarter of your senior year. How are we feeling right now with that much time left?
A little bit stressed out. It's coming up fast. I still feel like I'm a sophomore, so it's kind of scary, but. Yeah.
In what way do you feel like a sophomore?
I don't know, everything just went so fast that I feel like I never even got a chance to soak it in, and all of a sudden I'm a senior. So,
Goes quick.
Yeah, it goes fast.
That's great. So now we're coming up at the end of that first semester, kind of winding things down, and then get that last little push. Are there any classes or anything that you're excited about that you haven't taken yet to kind of finish out your academic career?
I'm pretty much in all of the same classes second semester that I am first semester. But I am excited to continue with those, especially with English. I love English, it's my favorite, and we're doing literature, so a lot of reading, and I'm excited for that. So
very good. Is there one class in particular, or content in particular over the last few years that has really stuck out to you? Like this is maybe something you want to pursue, or just an interest of yours?
Well, English in 10th grade, that was one of my favorite classes ever. Just the content of that class was incredible, and I just learned a lot in that. Right now I'm in street law, and I want to go into law, so there's a lot of relevant stuff there that's been really fun to learn about. So.
And you need to like to read.
Yeah.
Reading and writing is a huge component of that. That's awesome, and that's always an interesting class. Get exposed to a lot of different things, and tour or go to the court cases and all those sort of things. That's great. Kind of on a related note, is there any a teacher or a coach or advisor or someone that stuck out to you that helped guide you along your way, or someone that you could say thank you to based on this last few years?
Probably Mrs. Weisman. I had her for Spanish freshman and sophomore year, and she's just been such a positive influence in my life. She's always been there for me, always has a smiling face when I see her, and she's just been so impactful. I have a lot to thank her for. So.
Great. So obviously impactful teachers along the way, but what about different activities, clubs, groups you were involved with that looking back, I'm glad I did that?
Salsa was definitely the main one. It sparked my love for volunteering. I didn't join it until junior year, so I knew it was a thing, I just wasn't really sure what it was. So I've definitely encouraged quite a few people to join it, just because it's been so impactful. It just connects you with so many different people, so many different organizations. And it teaches you a lot of life skills that you need. So it's definitely been one of the most impactful things. And just sports in general, or any activities that I've been in, I've learned to work with others, and I've learned a lot of life skills that I probably wouldn't have acquired otherwise. And so it's just been really great being able to get involved in stuff.
And also, first-hand experience working with student council, kind of joining that towards the end of your high school career, but the impact that you've made there. Inserting yourself, that can always be a little bit different in a new group, but you've been able to come in and provide ideas or get involved, and that's something that I've noticed as well. And I think you mentioned of the service, from salsa, that's carrying over to other areas of your life as well, which I think is great. Kind of talk about those next steps. What are we thinking after high school? You mentioned maybe going into law. What does that look like for you?
So with law, it's kind of interesting because you can major in just about anything and go to law school. A lot of lawyers that I've talked to say just do something you're interested in. So you do good in undergrad, and then you have good habits created, and you build a good reputation in school so that you can get into a good law school. And so I want to pursue English. It's one of my favorite subjects. I love it. And it just provides you with a good foundation to go into law, because you need to read and write. You need to be good at that kind of stuff. So I like English. I've thought about history maybe too. I do want to minor in Spanish. I've taken Spanish for 4 years, and I think that would be beneficial for my career choice. So.
Absolutely. So is that something you'd like to stay kind of in the Midwest, or look to go elsewhere? Have you maybe thought about that too much?
Yeah, I've been looking all over. As for Midwest, I guess, or nearby, University of Minnesota has been one of my top schools, just because of the location. It's not too far away. They have really good programs there. They have a good law school. So I've looked at that. As for far away stuff, I've looked at a lot of different places. I applied at Yale Early Action, and I had an interview a couple weeks ago. So we'll see how that goes, but that's definitely in the cards. So that's exciting.
Very, very cool opportunities. You've given yourself that opportunity to have those different things. Looking back at freshman Libby, or even 8th grade Libby, if you could give yourself any advice, what would it be?
Have a more positive outlook on life, because I feel like at that age I was kind of oh, this is dumb, I don't want to be here. I don't know, I wasn't looking for the good in everything. And then I don't know when my attitude changed, but all of a sudden I started seeing the good in things and using where I'm at as an opportunity to grow. And I don't know, just kind of having a more positive outlook. I wish I could have done that earlier on, but.
I think that's a pretty profound and pretty mature thought, and I think you can certainly carry that into adulthood as well, myself included, to be able to do that in not so great circumstances. But I think it also comes back to when you have a mindset of service, it's hard to look at the negative things when you're trying to build people around you, and that naturally hopefully lifts you up as well. So we couldn't be more proud of the impact you've made here at Brandon Valley High School. Wish you nothing but the best going forward. And as these last few months, we need to finish, right? We're finish strong, and we'll be reading names across the stage in no time. It's crazy to think about.
Scary.
Yep. So congratulations,
Thank
and
you.
thanks everybody.